Hello everyone, it's Dom here from Esports News UK. I'm interviewing pro players ahead of Red Bull Contested, the UK's first major Fortnite LAN. I'm joined by Wolfiez, one of the UK's greats in Fortnite. Wolfiez, how's it going?
Yeah, very good, mate. How's it going?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. It's been good talking to players actually. I don't know if you're going to tell me something different, but of everyone I've spoken to so far, no one's been to Scotland before. So have you, and what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, no. This is my first time in Scotland as well. Yeah. First time this far up north in the UK.
Yeah, it is, and it's very far to go, isn't it? Have you had time to explore? Do you plan to stay there a little bit after the event? And is there anything you're interested in about Scotland?
Uh, yeah, I'm gonna probably look at all the touristy sites and look at the castle and climb this volcanic mountain. I think there is one of them. Yeah, I'm just gonna go probably do all the touristy stuff, explore the city. And, yeah, it looks pretty nice though. It's like a pretty picturesque place.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I haven't actually been to Edinburgh before, but it's the buildings and things. It's quite a nice place to visit. I'm told. But we're not there to see the sights, right? We're to win in Fortnite. Tell us a bit about Red Bull Contested and what you think of it. I mean, the players I've spoken to so far really like that it's a solos builds tournament that we haven't had in a while. It's an unusual format. What are your thoughts going into the tournament?
Yeah, I'm really excited to play solos for to be honest, it's been a long time playing a competitive solo tournament with actual good players in the same lobby and yeah, and also it being a LAN as well.
Yeah, 100%. I'm expecting it to be interesting. The fact that it's in Scotland, in the McEwen Hall, a fortnight LAN in the UK. Could this pave the way for more, do you think, in the future? Would you like to see more events here in the UK? Because you guys fly around a lot, don't you?
Yeah, it's nice it being close to home, you know. It feels pretty like homely here as well. Like I don't feel like I'm in a different country. I am, but I'm not. But yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's unusual, isn't it? Because you are in a different country, but it's part of the UK. So
Yeah.
it feels like a bit of both. Now, I know I've been asking players about their goals at Red Bull Contested. I know it's a bit of a cliche. You always want to win. What are your sort of thoughts going into the tournament? Is there anyone you want to play against in particular? Any sort of goals you have?
Uh, yeah, to be honest, I think if I got top five, top 10, I'd be really happy with myself. Like going into solos that I haven't played in a while. Um, it's like rusting, getting a bit less rusty, you know, and getting used to the meta. Uh, but yeah, there's a lot of good competition. So
Yeah, 100%. It's going to be tough, isn't it? It's not easy, and I know that in these lands you have similar faces crop up. Um, is there anything you've learned over like the past year going into this that with the different format and so on that are you gonna play differently or?
Um, well, there's double eliminations in the last few rounds. So depending on how I'm doing, I could probably switch up my game plan to accommodate that, or play a bit more passive. Or because think about it, if more people are killing each other, then there'll be more placement. So you can play it how you want.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out. Now, what's it like being a part of TT9, Wolfies? Because for me, I've known you've been at Excel for so long. That must have been a big change for you.
Yeah, it's different. It's different being a new org, and it's just yeah, it's a bit. It's a new faces, new people. Yeah.
And do you know how to make a bed now? That's one of the first videos I remember seeing on Excel. I think Joel got Excel trying to show you how to make a bed.
Oh yeah, I do remember that video. Yeah, I have learned how to make a bed now. Well, I live by myself, so yeah, I can make a bed definitely.
Yeah, do you know it's been nice following your story, Wolfies, because when you did so well at the Fortnite World Cup a few years ago before the pandemic, I've followed your story since then and seen you grow up and everything. It's talk us through how things have changed since then. It's maintaining that high level of play must be a challenge.
Yeah, to be honest, it is a really big challenge, you know, especially like of changing as a person and everything has gone. It's been pretty crazy to be honest. Like just a massive change in my personal life, and then Fortnite and balancing both of them at the same time has been a big struggle. So yeah,
It, uh, and you've touched on my next question here, Wolfies, because you recently tweeted saying, are you even supposed to have a life if you want to play Fortnite at a good level? And that is something I see not just in Fortnite, across all esports that I've covered, League of Legends and this and that. How do you, I don't know if you can answer it, but how do you strike that balance between playing and IRL stuff? You know, the challenges of being a pro player, maybe what should people be aware of who want to go pro? Because there are
yeah,
sacrifices here, aren't there?
that's the thing. That's the thing about esports is that if you don't give it your all, like with like traditional sports like football or something, like you can only play for a certain amount of hours before your body is tired. But then when you're playing like esports, like you can play 12 hours a day, and or you can play 15 hours a day. So like to get to a certain level, like when I was playing 12 hours, 15 hours a day, and like my body was wasting away literally, but I was getting so good at the game. But so it's hard to balance it because like you can say, let's have a balanced life. I can go gym, I can go have a social life, and I can play Fortnite for 2 hours. And then there's going to be some kid who's 13 years old that's going to be playing for 12 hours. And if he keeps on doing that, he's going to overtake me at some point because he's literally putting in 3, 4 times the work, you know, on the game. So I would say, like, for me now, for me to keep on playing how I'm playing, it's about putting in that big amount of work on the back end. So like 12 hours, 15 hours days on the back end when I was younger, getting my skills, and then it's just about maintaining it and doing really fine-tuned work to like instead of just covering all the bases by playing a lot, you just need to find your weaknesses or like your issues and just really focus and dedicate like focus bursts of energy into the time to improve, and then you can maybe have a balanced life, I would say, kind of, you know, but there really isn't. I, I find it hard to say there's balance in esports. It's a difficult thing.
That's a really good answer, and I know you mentioned the gym. You look like you're looking after yourself. You know, physically, that's important. You know, I should be doing that more. I do the cardio and stuff, but I don't do the other stuff as much. Is that, you know, have you noticed a change since you've been doing that more? Do you
Yeah,
enjoy that side of things?
100%. Like gym and like fitness especially is a big part of my life now. Like throughout the whole year, I've just really been enjoying myself. Like, and it's like a good outlet for my stress and just, and I found like-minded people in that area as well. So
It's positive, isn't it? And just before I go on to the other questions I have about Scotland and stuff, the stuff you were saying about identifying your weaknesses and improving that. I'm a football fan. It reminds me of an old story about when George Graham signed Ian Wright to Arsenal many years ago, showing my age a little bit. And in training, he got Ian Wright doing tackling and defending. And Ian Wright was frustrated. He's saying, "Boss, why aren't I shooting? I want to be practicing my shots." He's like, and then George said to him, "Ian, I think we both know you know how to score. You need
yeah,
to work on your tackling."
yeah, literally, yeah.
So I guess it's the similarities with esports, right? If you know identify a weakness, whatever it is in esports, speed of
That's
build,
the
or you know,
That's the thing. There needs to be in esports. There needs to be a massive bit of work you need to put in before you're even eligible to be somebody. Like you can't just like turn on your computer and just be good. Like there needs to be a lot of work in like I say like the shadows, kind of. You know, like with anything. Like you need to be grinding by yourself, like practicing, getting your skills to a good level before you can even do anything. So like that's why it's pretty hard to get into it because you need to be so dedicated from the get go when you're earning nothing.
it's interesting you saying you know you need to do it by yourself. I don't want to ask the question to you because you've been on orgs. Do we need orgs? Because I think there are a lot of obviously value and benefits of being with an org. But Fortnite strikes me as a game. I know you have duos as well, but you know in a way it reminds me of Street Fighter. It's you've got to depend on yourself
Yeah,
first
it's
in a
good.
way.
Well, literally with anything, man, you need to depend on yourself all the time. Like that's like what I live by as well. You know, you need to be self-sufficient. You need to be able to depend on yourself. You need to be able to look after yourself, and like not even in the game, but without the game, like that's just basic thing, you know.
Yeah, it's. I haven't asked you. I'm interested to see where your name comes from, actually. But is it to do with being a lone wolf or something like that?
I wish it was, but no, it's just it just came around just naturally. Like I thought a wolf was a cool animal when I was a kid, so I just like changed it to that. So
Yeah, no, understood, understood. Okay, last question on Red Bull Contested before these Scottish ones. What are your thoughts on the current state of competitive Fortnite? Would you like to see anything change in the future? Because a couple of pros I've spoken to so far have said they feel it's a little bit stale at the moment, and they didn't give me answers as to what Epic could do to make a specific change. But what are your thoughts there?
yeah, I would say the game's pretty stale at the moment, especially with the removal of Siphon. It's not the most enjoyable to play, so hopefully the game does get better, and you can only hope it's Epic Games.
Okay. And right, so thanks for answering my general questions on Fortnite Wolfies. I've got some fun slash silly Scottish questions. No one surprised me yet. Everyone, it's been a lot of no's from people, right? And it might be the same for you because you haven't been to Scotland before. But we'll see how we get on.
Okay.
Have you played the bagpipes before?
No, never played the bagpipes. No.
What do you think of them as an instrument? Because it's a Scottish thing, isn't it?
We were walking down the street and saw some man playing it the other day. It was actually pretty nice. Like, what's it called, the buskers or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not an expert, but I'm guessing they're not easy to play, bagpipes.
Yeah. No, it was pretty cool. Savage took a picture with the guy. So.
Oh, nice. Okay. I'll look out for that. I'm guessing you haven't worn a kilt before.
I was gonna get one, but the thing is, I haven't been here for that long. So, I went from basically the airport to my hotel to food, then to bed. So, and then I came here today. So, I haven't really had much time to explore and do much.
Well, that's more of an answer than I've got from most people that you were interested. And I was talking to Ian Chambers, the one of the hosts of the event, the other day, and he said he's open to wearing a kilt on stage if Red Bull want to do that. He's open to it. Have you ever eaten haggis before, or would you try it?
Someone was eating haggis next to me, but I didn't try it. I'm pretty picky with my eating, so but I didn't want to. Maybe I might try it at the end of the trip at some point.
That's fair enough. And no one has heard of this before. I've interviewed 3 or 4 people about this now. Have you heard of caber tossing before?
Tossing. No.
And with you're doing stuff in the gym. I don't know. Maybe you're more interested in this than the others. Apparently, it's they chop down trees and then they throw the timber as far as they can, and the furthest wins. Right? It's like a strongman competition. Apparently, it's a Scottish thing. I don't know if it's died out. No one seems to have heard of it before.
Yeah, no, I've not heard of that. No.
And okay, last few questions. Have you watched Braveheart, the movie?
No, I haven't watched it. No, I've seen clips of it, but I haven't watched it.
Okay, no worries. And the Loch Ness monster, real or fake?
Probably real, I think.
Hey, you're the second person to have said that. Yeah, no, that's interesting. And your distance from Scotland, you're based. I'm guessing you're in London. Are you still around there? Usually.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I still live in London. Yeah.
Okay, and as my content is sponsored by AGON by OC, they're the monitor provider at Red Bull Contested as well. I'm asking pros about what kind of monitor size they use, hertz, any brightness tweaks, because we've had a few interesting ones.
To be honest, every monitor I use is usually a 24-inch, maybe sometimes 27, but mostly 24-inch, 40 hertz. So.
Okay, cool. Wolfies, it's been really fun talking to you. Like I say, following your story. I wish you all the best of luck at Red Bull Contested on the weekend. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, that's it. Thank you. Yeah.
Well, Wolfies, thanks very much. I really appreciate it. Good luck, and hope to see you do well.
Yeah, see you in a bit, mate.
Cool. Take care, Wolfies. See you soon.